So the new people that are here today, I'm Paige and I'm with Urban Lotus Project in Reno, Nevada. Welcome to our virtual yoga studio. I find that yoga and meditation have been my tools of resiliency during these times of pandemic and civil unrest. So with that being said, I invite you to set up your sacred space, whatever that may mean to you. Maybe that means playing a little bit of music in the background or lighting a candle or an incense. We'll be beginning our yoga class in a short pranayama breathing exercise. So I invite you to maybe grab a pillow to sit on or a rolled up blanket that you could sit on the edge. We'll go ahead and make our way to our mats. Sitting in a comfortable seated position. If you're sitting on a pillow or an edge of a blanket, go ahead and begin to rest your hands in a place that feels authentic to you. So it could mean resting the hands on the lap, or maybe intertwining the fingers in the center, or maybe even placing one hand on the belly and another one on the heart. We'll go ahead and begin to lengthen the spine and lower the shoulder blades away from the ears. We can shut the eyelids here or maybe stare down at the tip of the nose, whatever feels right to you. We'll begin to tap into the breath, the body, and the surrounding space. And what we'll begin to do is we're going to inhale to a breath count of 4 and exhale to a breath count of 4. So go ahead and exhale fully here. And inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue breathing to a breath count of 4 on your own. We're going to go ahead and increase the breath count to 6. If this feels like too long for you, you could stay at 4 or 5, but we'll go ahead and inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. Inhale 1, and exhale. Inhale 1, 6, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go ahead and increase the breath count to 8 this time. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go ahead, inhale, counting to yourself. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, we're going to decrease the breath count back to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale, 1. And we'll inhale to a breath count of 4. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and pause here, returning back to a normal pace of breathing. We'll begin to flutter the eyelids open if they were shut. Bringing yourself back to the room. Maybe noticing something about the room that you haven't noticed before. If you're sitting on a pillow or a blanket, go ahead and remove that out from underneath you. And we'll go ahead and release the arms down to the side. We'll inhale, lift the arms and the gaze up above the head. Exhale, press the palms together, bring it to heart center. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, press those hands together, heart center. Inhale, one more time. And exhale, heart center. We'll go ahead and release the hands down to the lap. And we'll begin to go through some neck rolls. So lowering that right ear to right shoulder blade, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder blade. And continue doing this to your own pace. Maybe hanging out in a spot that needs some extra love. Just releasing any tension out of the neck. Go ahead, reverse directions. Going through one more round, and we'll meet back and center with the chin over the heart. We'll go ahead and place the hands onto the knees. And as we inhale, we'll go ahead and lift the chest and the heart up towards the sky. And exhale, round the spine, coming back onto the tailbone, bringing the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, round that spine. Flow through this a few more times. A variation of cat and cow. And inhale, coming back to center. We'll go ahead and inhale, lift those arms up above the head. And as you exhale, we'll twist off to that right side. So placing that left hand on the outside of that right knee, right hand behind us. With every inhalation, shooting the crown of the head up towards the sky. And every exhalation, twisting a little bit deeper. Inhale, slowly begin to unwind, bringing yourself back to center. We'll go ahead, inhale, lift those arms up above the head. And exhale, twist off to the left side this time, bringing that right hand on the outside of that left knee, left hand behind the back. And again, with every inhalation, lengthening the spine, and every exhalation, twisting a little bit deeper. We'll go ahead, inhale, slowly begin to unwind, bringing yourself back to center. We'll go ahead, inhale, lift those arms up above the head. And exhale, fold over those legs, maybe spider walking the fingers forward, releasing the head down towards the earth. We'll go ahead and inhale, begin to walk those fingers back up towards the body. We'll go ahead, inhale, lift those arms up above the head. And exhale, lower that right hand down towards the earth and extend the left arm overhead, stretching the left side of the body and rooting down through both sit bones. Maybe we lift the heart up towards the sky. Inhale, lifting back up, both arms overhead, and exhale, drop that left arm or left forearm down towards the earth and extend that right arm overhead. Breathing deeply into the right rib cage and rooting down through both sit bones. Inhale, lifting back up. And exhale, lower those arms back down towards the side. We'll go ahead, inhale those arms back up one more time. And exhale, folding forward over those legs one more time. We'll stay here for 2 to 3 breaths. And inhale, go ahead, walk those hands back up towards the body. We'll go ahead and unwind the legs coming up onto that left hip, and we'll meet into a tabletop position on the hands and knees. So we'll go ahead and check our placement here. Are those wrists right below elbows, elbows right below shoulders? Look back at the knees. Are they hip width distance apart? We'll go ahead and inhale the left leg up, foot flex. And when we're ready, inhale the right arm up, thumb facing up towards the sky. Bringing that navel in towards the spine. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, bring that knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, knee to elbow. Good, inhale, lengthen one more time. And exhale, lower that hand and that knee down onto the mat. When you're ready, inhale, lengthening that right leg up, foot flexed. And when you find your balance, go ahead, lift that left arm, thumb facing up towards the sky. Bringing the navel in towards the spine, inhaling here. And exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, knee to elbow. Go ahead, inhale, lengthen one more time. And exhale, lower that left hand and that knee down towards the mat. We'll go ahead and bring our knees to the outer edges of the mat. Big toes together. And we'll sit back onto the heels. Extend those arms forward. And we'll place our forehead down onto the earth. Staying here for a few moments. I invite you to press the palms together in a prayer-like position and go ahead and take a bend in the elbows. Bring the hands overhead. I invite you to think about 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for in this moment. When you're finished, go ahead, release those hands back down onto the mat. We'll go ahead and slowly come back up into a tabletop position, tucking our toes underneath. And we'll go ahead and lift the knees up and hips back, meeting in downward facing dog. This could be our first down dog of the day, so the hamstrings can feel a bit tight. Go ahead and walk your dog out. Bringing one heel down at a time. Want to press down through the ring finger and the bottom of the palm. Pressing down the outer edges of the armpit. And we're going to look towards the belly button when we're in downward facing dog. On our next inhale, we'll slowly begin to walk the feet up towards the hands, meeting in a forward fold. And again, you can have a slight bend in the knees if the hamstrings are feeling a bit tight. We'll go ahead and grab a hold of opposite elbows and come into ragdoll. So just sway from side to side. Maybe we shake the head no and nod it yes. Releasing any tension out of the neck. We'll go ahead and release those hands down towards the mat. And we'll inhale, flat back, rise. Exhale, forward fold. And we'll go ahead and take a slight bend in the knees, resting the torso on top of the thighs. We're going to slowly roll up the spine, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Arms and head hanging. And shoulders and head are going to come last as we stand tall in mountain pose. So we want to check our alignment here, making sure that the feet are hip width distance apart. We're going to lift up all 10 toes. Bring them down onto the mat. Begin to lift the kneecaps and activate the thighs. We're going to tuck the pelvic bone and engage the core muscles. Go ahead and inhale the shoulders up towards the ears and down the length of the spine, opening up the palms and activating the fingertips. We'll go ahead and take 2 to 3 breaths here. Just noticing the strength in this posture. We'll go ahead and inhale the arms up above the head. And exhale, swan dive forward over those legs. Inhale, flat back rise. Bring those hands to the tops of the shins. And exhale, forward fold. Plant those palms onto the earth. And let's step back into a high plank position. We'll go ahead and lower the knees, the chest, and then the chin. And inhale, slide through, pressing the tops of the feet down onto the mat, coming into baby cobra pose. So we're using the strength of the spine to lift the heart and chest off of the mat. Exhale, bring the forehead back down towards the earth. And inhale, press up onto the knees, tuck the toes, and we'll lift up into downward facing dog. We'll stay here for 3 to 4 breaths. Feel free to walk out that dog. Maybe take a bend in the knees and then lengthen the legs back out. We'll inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, step or walk forward to the front of the mat. We'll inhale, flat back rise, bringing those hands to the tops of the shins, crown of the head shooting forward. Exhale, folding forward. And inhale, we'll take a bend in those knees and roll up that spine, shoulders and head coming last. Very good. We'll go ahead, inhale those arms back up over the head. And exhale, folding forward over those legs. Inhale, flat back, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those hands, step back into high plank. We'll go ahead, exhale, lower those knees, chest and chin. Inhale, sliding through, untucking those toes, pressing the tops of the feet down onto the mat, and using the strength of the spine to lift the heart up into baby cobra. Exhale, folding back down. Inhale, coming back onto those knees, tuck those toes, and come up into downward facing dog. Go ahead and stay here for 3 to 4 breaths. Breathing deeply into the rib cage, staring down at the belly button. We'll go ahead, inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, begin to walk those feet up towards those hands. We'll inhale, flat back rise, bringing those hands to the tops of the shins, and exhale, folding forward over those legs. Go ahead, take a bend in the knees, and we'll slowly roll up that spine, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders and head coming last. And we'll go ahead and flow through a sun salutation one more time. Inhale those arms up above the head. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back rise, bring those hands to the shins. And exhale, folding forward. Go ahead, step back in high plank. I'm gonna give you the option here. You could either stay in high plank or lower those knees down. If you decide to stay in high plank, we'll exhale to chaturanga, hugging those elbows in close to the rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. And exhale, roll over those toes, downward facing dog. We'll stay here for 3 to 4 breaths. Inhale, lift the gaze and begin to step or hop forward to the front of the mat. We'll go ahead, inhale, flat back rise. And exhale, forward fold. Go ahead, take a bend in those knees and slowly begin to roll up the spine, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders and head coming last. We'll go ahead and meet in mountain pose. Maybe we shut the eyelids here for a few moments. Tapping into the breath. Noticing the rate of the heart. Noticing the temperature of the air on your skin. If the eyes are shut, begin to flutter them back open. We'll go ahead and inhale here. And as we exhale, we'll go ahead and step back the right foot, setting ourselves up for our warrior series. So we want to make sure that right foot is facing parallel to the mat and the left foot is facing forward to the top of the mat. We'll go ahead and inhale the arms up to a T. And exhale, take a bend in that left knee coming into warrior two. We want to check that knee placement, is that knee directly over that left ankle. And then we could bring our gaze over the left peace fingers. Staying here for 2 to 3 breaths. As we inhale, we'll go ahead and lengthen that front leg, clap the hands above the head, and exhale, sink a little bit deeper into warrior two. Inhale, lengthen that leg, clap those hands above the head. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper back into warrior two. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, sinking deeply into warrior two. We'll go ahead, inhale here. And as you exhale, reach forward with that left hand. Flip that front palm and exhale that right hand down the right leg, coming into reverse warrior. Staying here for 2 to 3 breaths. We'll go ahead, inhale, bring it back to warrior two. And exhale, lower that left elbow onto that left knee. Extend that right arm overhead. We want a long stream of energy from those right toes to the right fingertips. We'll go ahead and exhale, cartwheel those hands down and frame that left foot coming up onto those right toes. We'll begin to lower that right knee down onto the earth, plant that right hand on the inside of that left foot, and we'll extend that left arm overhead. Coming into a nice spinal twist. We can leave our knee planted onto the mat, or we can leave that, or we can lift that right knee off of the mat. Staying here for 2 to 3 breaths. We'll exhale, begin to lower that left hand down to meet the right. Go ahead, drop that right knee down onto the mat. And we'll bring that left foot back to meet the right. Go ahead and bring the knees to the outer edges of the mat, big toes together. And we'll sit back onto the heels, extend those arms forward and lower the forehead down onto the mat. Staying here for a few breaths. Maybe we begin to notice the texture of the mat underneath the fingers. Maybe we notice any noises coming from the outside. On your next inhalation, go ahead and rise up into tabletop position. We'll go ahead and tuck our toes underneath us and lift the knees and hips up and back into downward facing dog. We'll begin to walk those feet up towards those hands. And take a bend in the knees, slowly roll up that spine. Shoulders and head coming last. Meeting back in mountain pose. Taking a few moments here. On our next inhalation, we'll go ahead and exhale, bring that left foot back now, setting ourselves up for warrior series on the opposite side. So making sure that right foot faces forward and that left foot is facing parallel to the mat. We'll go ahead, inhale the arms up to a T. And take a bend in that right knee, checking your right knee, is it directly over that right ankle? And then we'll bring the gaze over those right peace fingers. We'll go ahead, inhale, lengthen that front leg, clap those hands, and exhale, sink a little bit deeper into your warrior two. Inhale, lengthen that leg, clap those hands, exhale, sink a little bit deeper. One more time, inhale, and exhale. We'll go ahead, inhale, reach forward with that right hand, flip that palm, and exhale that left hand down that left leg, coming into reverse warrior. Staying here for 2 to 3 breaths. Inhale, bring it back to warrior two. Exhale, lower that right elbow onto the right knee and extend that left arm overhead. Want that long stream of energy from those left toes to the left fingertips. Stay here for 2 to 3 breaths. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down and frame that right foot. Coming up onto those left toes, we'll begin to lower that left knee down onto the mat. Planting that left palm on the inside of that right foot, we'll go ahead, inhale, open up that right arm. If you want to keep that knee, that left knee down onto the mat, go ahead. But if you want a little challenge, go ahead, lift that left knee off of the mat. We'll stay here for 3 to 4 breaths. Exhale, go ahead, lower that right hand down, framing that right foot, and we'll lower down that left knee. Go ahead, bring that right knee back to meet the left. Bring the knees to the outer edges of the mat. Big toes together. We'll sit back into a child's pose. Reaching those hands forward and lowering that forehead down onto the mat. Staying here for a few moments. We'll begin to inhale, lifting back up onto the mat. Go ahead, tuck the toes underneath, bring the knees and hips back up into downward facing dog. We'll go ahead and begin to walk those feet up towards the hands, coming into a forward fold. Go ahead and take a bend in the knees and roll up the spine. We'll meet in mountain pose. Taking a few breaths here. Next, we'll come into our balancing series. So we'll come into tree pose first. The visualization that I like to do for tree pose is I like to imagine roots flowing through my legs, down through the bottoms of my feet into the core of the earth. Feel free to use that visualization if you'd like. If not, we can always stare at a still point ahead of us to help us balance. Or you could come to the wall and you use your hand against the wall. We'll go ahead and bring our weight off to the left leg. Begin to take a bend in the right knee, opening that right leg, that right knee out to the right side, planting that right heel on the inside of that left ankle. When we're ready, we'll go ahead and bring that right foot up, right below that left knee, or bringing that right foot on the inside of that left thigh. You never want to have that foot on your knee because you can injure yourself that way. We could have a few variations with our hands. We could have a prayer mudra in front of heart center. We could bring our arms out to a T-like position for added balance, or we could bring those arms overhead. We'll go ahead and stay here for 4 to 5 breaths. If the arms are up above the head, go ahead and press those palms together and exhale them to heart center. We'll go ahead and lower that right leg to meet the left. Go ahead, shake out the legs a little bit. And when we're ready, we'll go ahead and bring that weight off to that right foot. Take a bend in that left knee and open up that knee, planting that left heel on the inside of that right ankle. When you're ready, go ahead and begin to bring that foot up, either right below the ankle or on the inside. Or sorry, I meant to say right below that right knee, but on the inside of that right thigh. Go ahead and bring your arms to whatever arm variation feels right to you. And we'll stay here for 4 to 5 breaths. If your arms are above your head, go ahead and press those palms together. Exhale, heart center. Go ahead, lower that left leg down to meet the right. Go ahead, shake it out a little, do a little dance. Releasing any stagnant energy. And we'll go ahead and come into our next balancing posture. So what this looks like is we'll come and bring our weight off to the left side first. We'll go ahead and take a bend in that right knee, foot flex. We could keep our right hand on the right knee, left hand on the waist, or you could always be right next to a wall for added support. You could stay right here, or I invite you to grab that right big toe with the right peace fingers and extend that leg out in front of you. Stay here for 2 to 3 breaths. On your next exhale, go ahead and either bring that right knee or right leg out to the right side. And it's okay if you fall out of this posture, you could always get up and try again. If you would like some added challenge, you could bring your gaze over to the left side. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring that knee or right leg forward. And go ahead and lower that right leg down to meet the left. Go ahead, shake out those limbs a little bit, working hard. And when you feel ready, go ahead, bring that weight off to the right side. Bringing that right hand to the right waist. And go ahead, take a bend in that left knee, planting that left hand on top of that left knee. Flexing that left foot. You can stay right here, or go ahead and grab that left big toe with the left peace fingers and extend that left foot out in front of you. Staying here for a couple breaths. On your next exhale, either bring that left knee or left leg out to the left side. If you'd like some added challenge, go ahead and bring your gaze over your right shoulder. And like I said, if you fall out of the posture, you can always get up and try again. I'm having trouble bouncing on this side. Go ahead and bring that knee or left leg back to center and exhale, lower that left leg to meet the right. Go ahead, shake out those limbs. And we'll go ahead and meet at the top of our mat in mountain pose. So the next posture I'm going to teach you is Warrior 3. We'll begin bringing our weight off to the left side and lift that right knee up. Go ahead and bring your hands to Pranayama Mudra, heart center. We'll inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to shoot that right leg back. Your hips are going to be parallel down to the ground. You're keeping that right foot flexed. Staying here for 3 to 4 breaths. And inhale, we'll go ahead and bring that right foot back up or right knee back up. And exhale, lower that right leg down to meet the left. Go ahead, shake out those limbs a little bit. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and bring that weight off to the right side this time. Take a bend in that left knee. And again, you can bring your hands to heart center, prayer mudra. Inhale here. And exhale, kick that left foot back, foot flexed. Heart is parallel down towards the ground. Staying here for 2 to 3 breaths. And it's okay if you have those micro adjustments or feeling that wobble in that ankle. Creating strength here. Inhale, bringing that left knee back up. And exhale, lower that left leg to meet the right. Go ahead, shake out the legs a little bit. And we'll go ahead and come into mountain pose. Taking a few breaths here. Maybe we shut the eyelids. Go ahead and open the eyelids if they were shut. We'll inhale here, and as you exhale, we'll lower the fingertips down towards the mat, and inhale, we'll sit up into a chair pose. We can lift up all 10 toes. Majority of our weight is in our heels. We're gonna bring our gaze in between the palms. Feeling yourself maybe building strength in the quads and the glutes. We'll go ahead, exhale, pressing up and folding forward over those legs. We'll go ahead and take a bend in the knee and lower that bottom down onto the earth. And taking a bend in the knees, feet down onto the mat, hands on the back sides of the thighs. Lengthening out the spine, opening up the heart. Coming slightly back onto the tailbone. We're gonna set ourselves up for boat pose. So we're lifting one leg up and then the other. We could keep our hands on the backs of the thighs, or we'll go ahead and bring those arms out in front of us. Stay here for 2 to 3 breaths. We could keep our knees bent like so, or we could lengthen the legs. Bring it back to boat. Inhaling here, we're gonna come into some Yogi Crutches. So inhaling here and exhale, we'll begin to lengthen out, coming inches away from the ground. Inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, try to do 5 or 7 of these on your own count. Two more. Go ahead, inhale, lower those knees, lower the feet down onto the mat, hug those knees into the chest, and lower that head down. We'll go ahead and begin to open the legs out into butterfly pose. So bottoms of the feet pressed together. You can have the feet as far away from the body or close to the body as you may like. Go ahead, grab the outer edges of the feet. Maybe we open up the feet and read our feet like a book. Don't worry if your knees don't come close down to the earth. It's all right if they could be up here. We'll go ahead and inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, begin to fold forward in between your legs. Maybe the elbows press on the insides of the knees. We'll stay here for 3 to 4 breaths. We'll go ahead and inhale, lifting back up. Go ahead, grab the outer edges of the knees, bringing those knees back together. We'll go ahead, next, coming into a hugging forward fold. So what we want to do is bring our arms behind our thighs and either grab opposite wrists, forearms, or opposite elbows. And what we'll do next is, as we inhale, lengthen the spine. We'll exhale, begin to slide those heels forward, coming into our hugging forward fold. We'll stay here for 3 to 4 breaths. Releasing the head. We'll go ahead, inhale, begin to release those arms out from underneath us. We'll go ahead and plant the hands behind us, fingertips facing towards the feet. We'll go ahead and take a bend in the knees, planting the bottoms of the feet down onto the mat. And what we'll do is come into a modified reverse tabletop. So what that looks like is we're gonna lift the hips off of the mat. We're gonna look like a table. So we'll stay here for 3 to 4 breaths, maybe releasing the head if the neck allows it. And exhale, begin to lower those hips back down onto the earth. We'll go ahead and extend the legs out in front of us. Bring the hands down towards the sides. Lengthen the spine. We'll inhale the arms up over the head. And we'll exhale, fold over those legs, hanging out wherever we may reach. It could be the sides of the shins, the sides of the feet, the toes, wherever. Go ahead, release the head, round out the spine. And we'll stay here for 3 to 4 breaths. And we'll go ahead, inhale, reaching back up. Go ahead, bring that right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Go ahead, inhale the arms up. And exhale, fold over that left leg. Hanging out here for 3 to 4 breaths. Maybe releasing that head, rounding out the spine. Inhale, coming back up. Go ahead, extend that right leg to meet the left. Shake out those legs a little bit. And go ahead and bring that bottom of the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. We'll inhale the arms overhead and exhale, fold over that right leg. Releasing the head, rounding out the spine. We'll stay here for 3 to 4 breaths. Inhale, begin to rise back up. Extend the left leg to meet the right. Shake out those legs a little bit. And we'll go ahead, bring the bottoms of the feet down onto the mat. We'll go ahead, extend the arms out in front of us, and we'll take our time, releasing one vertebrae down until we come all the way down onto the mat. Once you come to the bottom of the mat, you could hug the knees in towards the chest, maybe rocking from side to side, up and down, massaging out the spine. We'll go ahead and extend the arms out to the sides in a T-like position, and we'll go ahead and shift the hips off to the right side and lower the knees to the left. Bringing our gaze to the right hand. Maybe our left hand comes on top of that right thigh. Breathing deeply into the spinal twist. We'll go ahead and inhale, shift the hips and knees back to center. And exhale, shift the hips off to the left and lower the knees to the right. Maybe bringing our right hand on top of that left thigh and our gaze to the left hand. We'll go ahead and inhale, shift those hips and knees back up to center. And we'll go ahead and hug the knees into the chest, maybe grabbing opposite elbows. We'll lift the nose up towards the knees. And we'll begin to tighten and squeeze everything in the body from the toes, the legs, the arms, even scrunching up the face. Go ahead and squeeze, 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 giving yourself a really tight hug. And then exhale, releasing those limbs down onto the earth. We're gonna set ourselves up for our final posture in Shavasana. So make yourselves as comfortable as possible. Maybe this means grabbing a pillow to place underneath the head or underneath the thighs to bring the lower spine closer down onto the mat. Maybe that means bringing a blanket over you or putting socks on your feet. Just gonna try to make ourselves feel as comfortable as possible. We'll go ahead and tuck the chin in close towards the chest, lengthening the back of the neck. Letting the arms out to the sides, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Letting the feet open up to the outer edges of the mat. Begin to inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. We'll begin to relax the jaw, relaxing the forehead, relaxing the point between the eyebrows. Resting the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Maybe you allow the mouth to slightly fall open. Begin to bring your awareness to your left shoulder. Relaxing the left bicep and tricep. The left elbow. The left wrist. The left palm and each left finger. Begin to bring your awareness to your left hip. Relaxing the left thigh, front and back. Relaxing the left knee, front and back. Bring your awareness to your left calf and left shin. Relaxing the left ankle, the left foot, and each left toe. Begin to bring your awareness to the entire left side of your body. allowing it to relax just a little bit more. Next, we'll begin to shift our awareness to our right shoulder blade. Relaxing the right bicep and tricep. Begin to bring your awareness to your right elbow. Relaxing the right forearm, the right wrist, the right palm, and each right finger. Next, we'll begin to shift our awareness to the right hip. Relaxing the right thigh, front and back. Bringing our awareness to the right knee, front and back. Relaxing the right calf, the right shin. Relaxing the right ankle, right foot, and each right toe. Next, begin to shift your awareness to your entire right side of the body. Allowing it to relax just a little bit more. Next, I invite you to bring your awareness to your entire body. In every point of contact beneath you. Allowing your entire body to relax just a little bit more. In this moment, I'd like you to think about things that you were grateful for in the beginning of the class. Allowing the feeling of gratitude to permeate throughout your entire being. Notice where you feel the feelings of gratitude throughout your body. Taking some deep breaths there. Perhaps allowing a smile to come across your face. We'll begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe rotating the wrists and the ankles. Awakening the limbs. Go ahead and inhale, take a bend in the knee, take an inhale and bring the arms over the head for one last final stretch. Go ahead and take a bend in the knees, rolling off to the right side, using the bicep as a pillow. Taking a few moments here in fetal position. When you feel ready, go ahead, extend the left leg and press up with the left hand. And we'll meet in a comfortable seated position. Allowing the eyes to remain shut. We'll go ahead and bring our hands to prayer mudra in front of heart center and slightly bow our head in gratitude for bringing ourselves to our mats today, sharing this practice with one another, and knowing that we always have these tools of resiliency to come back to at any time. The light in me honors the light in you. And with that, we are one. Namaste.